Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA game. It's your boy, the notorious Rasta Cameron Roget, and today we're coming to you live from the MMA game studios to talk about UFC 301. Yes, right after 300, we're right back at it. The next big pay-per-view. But before I get into it, before we start discussing, before we talk about all that action, I got to introduce you to not only is he the new BMF champion of the world, the biggest Max Holloway fan I've ever met, my guy, my dude, Ryan Cariss. Yo, Cariss, what's the word?
Cameron Roget, the one, the only, Rasta Kevin Holland. What's up, my dude, my homie, my guy?
Hey.
We are blessed, just like Max Holloway, to be in the studio and talk about UFC 301 in Brazil.
In
Ladies
Brazil.
and gentlemen, it should be a good one. It should be a nice little banger. Yeah, buddy.
Man.
Woo!
It's going to be good.
It's gonna be good. It's going to be way better than this past weekend.
It's good, like Arsenal beating Tottenham 3-2.
Oh.
Happy St. Tottenham's Day. To the Arsenal. Well
Sorry,
done, boys. Keep it up. Fighting for that title.
That's why you got it on,
Fighting
don't you?
for
Just
that
for
title.
today. Just for today.
Yeah, I love my boys. I love my club, and I will support them no matter what. No matter what. Now, this weekend, we had a bunch of fights, a whole bunch of activities going on. I do want to start off with probably the biggest headline of the weekend. BKFC, you have a new owner. He is, yes, the notorious Conor McGregor is part owner of BKFC.
The Mac.
And I don't know about you guys watching. I don't know about my guy right here, but I can tell you about me. I'm super excited, and I'm fully in. I am fully in.
Good.
BKFC. I watched the event, not all of it. I watched 3 fights on there.
Nice.
I
watched
did
the
you
one.
Get a chance?
Well,
Yeah?
I watched the main event because
Okay.
I had a busy weekend. I didn't get to watch too much. I literally had to watch some of the UFC fights on Sunday and didn't get to see all of them.
Same.
Simple as that. I had a busy weekend, so therefore I wasn't involved. But I did see Mike Perry TKO, Alves in that first round, and of course I'm sitting there clapping and being like, "Yes, Mike Perry,
has found his
calling
niche, right? That's it. I can't see anybody beating Mike Perry.
No.
Now the call out that he did after, I absolutely fucking love
I
it.
love it.
I want to see
I'm on
Darren
board.
Till scrap.
Yes.
Remember, Darren Till has been on the roid since he's not in the UFC. So seeing a Darren Till get back, being active against a guy who's crazy like Mike Perry, I think that fight will sell well.
Right.
Now you got a new owner in there who loves a good shit talk.
Yes, he does.
It's gonna go good.
Yes,
it's gonna go good for the BKFC. Almost said UFC.
What have you heard about Darren Till? Because the last that I saw, Mike Perry and him were a face-to-face thing, and they were talking about doing a fight for BKFC. But now that it's actually presented, Darren Till's absolutely silent and quiet, and I don't hear anything. Have you heard anything from Darren Till?
Okay. I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Chilling. I'm sure this week we will get a response.
I hope we do. I hope
We
at
will
least
get a
a
response
yes
this
or a
week.
no, right? Like at least tell us no, I'm not doing it, or I want to hear yeah.
I mean, he's probably going to do more than Kendrick Lamar did with Drake. We're still waiting on that diss track, but I think we are going to find some information this week about that.
Good.
Hopefully.
But I want it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be the biggest card they'll probably ever put out, and the fact that now Connor's in a part owner, it's just going to make it that much bigger and that much better. So
yeah,
good
couldn't
for them.
agree more.
Good
couldn't
for
agree
them.
more. You know, also. We have to, I guess, officially announce that UFC Manchester is going to happen.
Yes, it is.
Tom Aspinall will be the main event. We're still waiting for confirmation on that co-main, which I think it should be Leon and Bilal, but I don't know what's going on there. That's so fucking weird to me.
I saw this week that your favorite last name of Jared Cannonier actually potentially has a dance partner coming up, meaning that when we were talking about the other week that he's not going to be part of the main event for Tom Aspinall. But you were saying like you don't think he should be in the first place.
No, not at all. No. I mean, we'll see. But I think that card it should be Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Against Cyril Gane.
Okay.
That's what I think it should be.
They're looking at that, yes.
That should be the main event.
Yeah.
Co-main should be Leon against
Bilal Muhammad.
What's his face?
Remember the name.
Bilal Muhammad.
Remember the name.
And then, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
And then after that, this is what I think should happen. Patty the Batty against
I know you're going.
Renato Moicano,
Yeah.
show me the money.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. I would love to
It
see
could go both ways. It
I
could
would love
be
to see that.
Renato Moicano or I'm okay with Bobby Green.
Okay.
Either or.
Did-
Either or. I think that'd be fun.
Do you want to hear another one that I heard this week?
Because Bobby won't give no fuck.
No. Okay.
No fuck.
Our boy from last year, Dan Hooker, threw his name in the hat
Mm.
on that one for Moicano. And I'm like, ooh, that's a good one too. That'd be a good one.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw your face.
Nah, because I just thought something else.
Why?
What about Patty the Batty against Dan Hooker?
Oh, see, all of that little play out there would be fun. Oh, that'd be a good one.
Patty got some
That'd be a
dancing
good one.
partners.
He
I wonder
does.
who he's going to say yes to.
Yeah.
The one we're waiting on, though, is fucking Colby and Ian Gary.
That's not happening.
That's
not happening.
Come on. That's
I don't
the
know.
fight that needs
It
to
does.
happen.
It does.
It needs to
Colby
happen.
keeps bitching out. He keeps saying no. He keeps saying no. I just keep seeing small things.
Ooh.
Granted, you know that I don't click on anything
Yeah.
that's Ian Gary and anything that's Colby Covington because I'm not trying to give him any type of
Yeah,
anything at all. But when I see the highlights right there and all I do is see Ian Gary's calling him out and
Yeah.
Colby's like, no, I'm not fighting. No, I'm not fighting. Like, well, then why are we even talking about this then? If that's what it's going to be. But
Something needs to be settled,
it should.
and it needs to be those two fighting.
I think it'd be great.
That's it.
That's the one that I would
That's
like to
what
see
needs to happen.
because I would actually want Colby to win that fight.
Nah,
No?
I think Gary fucking no, because
No, I'm
To
saying
be
I
honest,
want
bro-
him to win that fight. Doesn't mean that he's going to win. I just
you
want
want
him to.
you want Colby to win over Ian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, I want Ian to dismantle Colby, so we're just done with him.
I just want
We're
both.
done.
I want
We're
both of them to lose.
Let
How's
Colby
that?
go to the WWE, and he
Okay.
can do his thing there.
Okay, that's a good way of him
Be
losing.
done with it.
I got you.
Be done with it.
I agree with that one.
I'm good,
That's true.
right? Unless
Just both of them out.
I mean, I
Fuck
wouldn't
both
mind
of
if Ben Askren came back to fight Colby. Now I'm going way off on a tangent.
You are. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, also this past weekend we had the UFC Fight Night, right? So
Yep.
I think not really much. The casual fan probably didn't really tune into it. We do want to talk about, I think, 3 fights.
3.
Right. One of the first ones is going to be Tim Means against Uros Medic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who went for Medic?
The doctor. You went for medic. You went for medic. But for some reason, like I said, I just want to go with the dirty bird because you never know. I heard a stat that medic has a 100% finish rate and Tim Means has a 76%. So they knew this was not going to the to the judges on this one. And medic's little uppercut right there to catch him, to put him down. Oh my.
Nasty.
That's why you have the name
Caught
the doctor,
right.
because it's exactly just all his precise technique was just perfect.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And then he just smashed
clean.
him right on the ground and kind of just went like backed up, like, yeah, I got you.
It was
We're
clean.
done.
It was clean.
And Tim
Good
Means gave him
victory.
respect afterwards on it too. Came up to him and was just like, yeah, bro, like, well done. So
Well, yeah, you get dropped like that. Of course, you got to give that other man respect.
you never know. You never know.
Also, in the co-main, we had Ryan Spann against Bogdan Guskov.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's 2 in a row. Shut up. Just keep talking about it, dude. I know where you're going with that. Go ahead.
Now, the wrestling, very well done by Spann.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Guskov started touching him. You could see it. You could start seeing it go down and down, and then, sure enough,
Game over.
Guskov. Told you. Told you so. There's something about Cameron in these underdog picks. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should start listening to me. Listen to me. That's all I'm saying.
So what sucks is Ryan Spann is now in a 2-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
Because his last fight against Anthony Smith, he potentially should have won, which was kind of close. And now this one, going to this one, he's going after a loss. So it might have played a little factor in this, but Guskov.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
he's actually not in a bad place because if
No.
they really wanted to build him back up and there's somebody else that they need to build back up, which I think is Johnny Walker.
Put him with Ryan Spann.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I think that would be okay.
I think Johnny Walker's
okay.
winning that fight. I think he is.
He might.
Yeah.
He might. We'll see if it does happen, but we'll see how he recovers. And then obviously Johnny Walker's got to get back too at some
He
point.
does. Mhm.
Right. And then in the main event, we had Mateus Nicolau against Alec Perez. Wow.
Mhm.
What a knockout. What a knockout.
Yeah. He almost clipped him a couple times and just missed with some of those swinging.
And the crazy
Jeez.
thing is, like, Nicolau landed, I think, one good clean punch.
Oh, he did.
And to
He
me,
did.
it just didn't look like it affected Alex
No.
at all.
No.
And when I saw that, I was
No.
like, "Oh shit,
No.
Alex is on a different beat tonight."
Mhm.
Like he looked good. Like
Mhm.
this is probably the best I've ever seen Alex
Oh, for sure.
in a fight.
I agree. For sure.
Hands down, from the beginning to the end. And then that knockout was just like fucking perfect.
It looked as if Alex was a little timid for trying to get in the pocket. And then right when he got cracked with that one shot, then he's like, oh, that's all you got? Okay, cool. And then he just turned it on and
Yeah,
just like
bro. It was
started
so
going after it,
weird.
just started swinging.
So
And
weird.
just didn't care about getting in that pocket. And all of a sudden he saw Nicolau kind of just backing up a little bit, just being like, yeah, I don't, you're putting a little too much pressure on me right now.
Yeah,
And
man.
he caught him.
Nicolao's gonna. I mean, it sucks for him because he's gonna have to restart a little bit. That division's kind of stacked. I know Alex is probably looking at a title shot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough moving up in the rankings, especially at that weight class. Especially at that weight class.
And especially with Max doing what he just did and has able to go back down to featherweight, like that's gonna change everything up within the top of that division.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but
another one to look out
there's
for.
only one fight I want to see at that.
It's the Connor.
It's at featherweight?
No, sorry. I was just saying you're only one fight. I was just like, it's Connor for this year.
You know what the one fight is at featherweight. What's the one fight at featherweight?
It's the Ilia Topuria and Max Blessed.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is in Spain, too.
That's
Go ahead.
the one I want to see.
Do it in Spain. Go ahead.
Max would...
he would do fine in Spain. Like, it would be a 50-50 crowd, I think. Why not?
You know what?
People
I wouldn't
love
mind.
him now.
That fight could actually take place in... If they can do Spain... I think that'd be a good fight. You could do that in Manchester.
Okay.
You could do that in the UK.
Because of just how big the card is going to be and how good of a fan base they have.
In New York.
Oh, Madison Square Garden.
I know.
Yeah, how would you not want to be there?
And this is, I'm just,
I think
I'm throwing this
November.
one out.
That's November, I think. Madison.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can wait. Elia doesn't seem like he wants to fight anytime soon anyway. So.
True. He didn't say dates. He didn't say International Fight Week or anything.
Toronto.
Ooh, they did say that.
I would not be opposed if they did Toronto. I wouldn't, because here's the thing: you'd get the Spanish fans flying over.
Yeah.
But Max also has a really good following in Canada.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
So that
he's had a couple
feel
fights
like
there
it'd
and
be
won.
a good little mixture there, right? And I think the last place that'd be probably really, really fun for that fight, Miami.
Hey. Yeah,
Miami.
Yeah, Miami's a really good place to go.
You
They
get
have
Max
a great
coming in with the floral shorts coming. Oh, bro! And if you could do a pattern where it's like, like the Miami colors, like that neon blue with the pink, but do the flowers on a black.
That'd be dope.
Black pants, and then you have Elia coming in, right? Maybe with his red something, bro. That'd be
clean.
Just saying, UFC hire me. I could be a stylist.
I told you that's the section that I want to work in. I want to work in the uniform section with all their gear and being able to go to each team and give them all their gear and all that. That's what I want to do. That'd be my job.
I love how they're doing the personal stuff. Though. The personal touches on the kits.
It's so nice.
Love it.
Yeah,
keep that up.
Yeah.
Keep that up. But now it is time to dive in straight into UFC 301.
Ooh,
now, as you guys know, we're going to start off in the early prelims and then work our way into the prelims. Then we're going to talk about the main card.
Yeah.
Again, as always, we're going to be pulling out of a hat. Fans, you get one. I get one. Cariss gets one. I usually win. You lose, and you lose. That's just how it goes. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. All right?
Right?
So,
so much shit talking today. What's going on?
First fight on the early prelims, we have in the men's flyweight division, Alessandro Costa against Kevin Borralho. In the men's lightweight division, we have Ismael Bonfim against Vink Michel.
This is going to be a good one in the early prelims, guys. This is going to be the one that potentially you should watch if you have time to get to the early prelims.
I agree. After that, in the women's flyweight, we have Dion Barbosa against Ernesta Carenkite. Sorry if I butchered that name.
Must be Brazilian. Got to be.
After that, we have, this is probably going to be a really entertaining one, too. We have Mauricio Ruffy against Jamie Malarkey. Guys, that's early prelims.
Early.
And in the main event on the early prelims, we have Joaquim Silva against Drakkar Klose. Drakkar Klose is a problem. Watch him.
Dude, they're good early prelims.
Watch it. Yeah, very good. Very good. Hey,
Wow.
But here's the thing. Brazil... it's going to be packed when these guys step in. It's going to be packed.
Yeah, it's going to be like UFC 300.
Yeah,
pretty much. This isn't going to be a small crowd. This
people
is
rolling in for the main.
Yeah.
Nah, people are going to be there from the early prelims, and it's going to get crazy. Now, moving on into the prelims now. So the first fight on the prelims in the men's featherweight division, we have John Silva against William Gomes.
Yeah.
After that, in the men's lightweight division, Elvis Brenner against Mirtek Oralbay. After that, we have in the women's strawweight division, Carolina Koelknetz.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
Well done.
Against Yasmin Luciendo. And then the main event, this is going to be Cameron's pick on the prelims fight of the night. I'm giving this the prelims and early prelims fight of the night. This is what I'm going to give it to. It's going to be Jack Shore against Joe Anderson Brito.
Yeah.
And it's not going to go long.
No.
Not going long.
No.
Somebody's getting dropped in the first round.
I'd be happy to see that. That's what we want to see here.
Now, before
Right.
we move on and tell you guys the stats on that main card, we are going to be picking out of a hat. So I'll pick for the fans first.
Go ahead.
Hopefully I give you guys a good one. Let's shake it, shake it, shake it. And we got Brenner for the fans. That's
there
a
you
good
go.
pick. That's
That is a good pick.
very, very good pick for you guys.
Is that the early
Brenner
prelims?
Is fighting Orabai. So he's on the prelims. He's the second fight on the prelims. So make sure you guys tune into that.
Nice.
Now for me, make sure I don't cheat.
It's not really much cheating in this.
Oh, I got my homie Gomes.
You got Gomes?
Gomes.
All right, who did I get here?
So he will be taking his battle against John Silva.
And I got, yes, Jamie Malarkey.
Oh, Jamie
Yeah.
Malarkey. Okay, Cariss is the only one that's got an
Nice.
early prelim fight.
Nice.
We wish you guys the
Gonna be a
best.
good one.
Wish you guys the best.
Shut up.
We already won.
He's already got the winner right in his hand right here.
Come
of
on,
this.
Come on.
Wait, we got Brenner? You got
Gomes.
Gomes?
Gomes. Okay, so now in the main card, first fight, Michel Pereira against Ihor Potieria. God, this is gonna be a good one.
That's the first fight?
That's the. Oh, is it? No, I
No, I
lied.
was
I
gonna
lied.
say.
I lied. I'm very, very sorry.
Thank
I
you.
got too excited
Thank you.
because the first fight on the main card is going to be Paul Craig against Caio Borralho, and you already know where I'm going. I'm going with Caio Borralho.
Mm-hmm.
Second round knockout.
Wow. You didn't even let me do the stats, and you're calling my second round knockout.
That's how confident I am.
All right. In the middleweight division of 185 pounds from Scotland, UFC's number 13th ranked middleweight in the world, Paul Bearju Craig, is the underdog in this fight at plus 285. Paul is 36 years old, stands at 6'3", and his fighting style is Kung Fu. Paul has a professional record of 17 victories with 7 defeats and 1 draw. He's got 4 wins by KO, 13 wins by submission, and 11 first-round finishes. Paul has a UFC record of 9 victories with 7 defeats and 1 draw. He's currently coming off a submission loss, rear naked choke to B. Allen back in November of 2023. Some fun facts is he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he is very well-decorated Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. And his nickname, Bearju, is a safely guarded gym secret. Have you found that out yet? Because I don't know yet.
Nope.
I don't know either.
When I join the gym, I'll let you know.
Maybe one day. From Brazil, UFC's number 14th ranked middleweight in the world, Caio the Natural Borralho, is the favorite in this fight at negative 360. Yes, I'm going with Caio on this one. He's 30 years old, stands at 5'10", and his fighting style is MMA. The Natural has a professional record of 15 victories with 1 defeat. He's got 4 wins by KO, 4 wins by submission, and 6 first-round finishes. Currently on an 11-fight win streak, ladies and gentlemen. 11-fight win streak. Caio has a UFC record of 5 victories with 0 defeats. Currently coming off of a decision victory over Abus Magomedov back in November of 2023. That's a big win for him, and that's why he's been able to move up. Fun facts, he's coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 5 with 2 victories. He fought in September and October. He's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's got a Muay Thai black belt. And he's got a Judo brown belt. And his previous job, I like this one. We said this one last time. He was a chemistry and a math teacher.
Crazy.
Back in the day.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Caio the Natural.
So you're
The
saying I
Natural.
still have a chance?
Yes, sir. 1 in a million. 1 in a million. All right. I'm going with Caio.
And after this, we have, this is going to be Cam's fight of the night on the main card, hands down.
Really?
This is going to be the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I got excited for this one. Michel Pereira against Ihor Potieria. I think this goes to decision. Split
What's wrong with you? Really?
decision.
Okay.
Ihor Potieria. The guy's scary.
So I'm surprised on that one. That's why it took me a second there to be like, alrighty. My bad. In the middleweight division of 185 pounds from Ukraine, Ihor, the duelist. Potieria is 27 years old, stands at 6'2", and his fighting style is MMA. Ihor has a professional record of 20 victories with 5 defeats, 9 wins by KO, 6 wins by submission, and 15 first round finishes. Yeah, that's a big number. Ihor has a UFC record of 2 victories with 3 defeats, coming off a decision win over Robert Brischek back in February of 2024. Some fun facts: he's coming off Dana White Contender Series Season 5, where he was a winner back in September of 2021. He's been training Sambo and Pancration since he was 10 years old.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Get my other note here. I can do this, right? I'll cut that out. Oh, I gotcha. From Brazil, one of the UFC's most entertaining middleweights in the world, Michel, the Demolidor. That's hard to say. Demolidor Pereira is 30 years old, stands at 6'1", and his fighting style is a striker.
Okay.
Pereira has a professional record of 29 victories with 11 defeats, 11 wins by KO, 8 wins by submission, and 14 first-round finishes. Pereira has a UFC record of 8 victories with 2 defeats, currently coming off a submission victory, rear naked choke, round number 1 back in March of 2024. Some fun facts is he started karate at age 12 and became a champion at that. He wrestled in Paraná and became a champion at that. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's a champion in karate. He's got a black belt in karate. His previous jobs, these are a fun one. Listen to this. He sold popsicles and tin cans.
Wow.
He was a masseuse assistant. He was a blacksmith. He was a karate teacher. He was a Zumba teacher. He was a dance teacher in Japan. And he was a bartender or bar back in the day.
A man of many trades. Man of many trades.
You are going with Ihor Potieria.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And I am going to go with one of the most entertaining middleweights in the world, Michel Pereira.
Not a bad choice.
Not bad.
Not a bad choice.
Right? One of us is going to win.
You see how we got quiet when you said that?
You see, because I pointed at myself.
Yeah, you see. Nobody you didn't like, even believe it.
It's got to be the 2 thumbs, like Jamal Hill on his chest. It's this guy right here.
Yeah, don't end up like Jamal Hill either. Brazilian Terminator. Chama.
That was good.
Next fight,
hey,
we have Anthony Smith against Vitor Petrino. Round 1 knockout. Vitor Petrino.
Yeah, I knew you were saying that. From the light heavyweight division of 205 pounds, from USA, UFC's number 10 weight, light heavyweight in the world, Anthony Lionheart Smith is the underdog in this fight at plus 320. He's 35 years old, stands at 6'4", and his fighting style is freestyle. Smith has a professional record of 37 victories with 19 defeats.
That's a lot of fights.
That's a lot of fights, dude. At 35 years old. Holy shit. Right? Smith has a professional, it's 37-19. He's got 19 wins by KO. He's got 14 wins by submission and 20 first-round finishes.
Wow.
Smith has a UFC record of 12 victories with 9 defeats, currently coming off of a round 3 TKO loss to Khalil Roundtree Jr. Back at Strikes back in December of 2023.
So excited for Khalil's next fight.
I know. Same here. Some fun facts. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt. He also fought in Strikeforce with a record of 2 victories and 2 defeats. From Brazil, UFC's number 15th ranked light heavyweight in the world, Vitor Petrino is the favorite in this fight at -410.
Oh my God.
He is 26 years old, stands at 6'2", and his fighting style is a striker. Vitor has a professional record of 11 victories and 0 defeats. He's currently undefeated. 7 wins by KO, 4 first-round finishes. Vitor has a UFC record of 3 victories with 0 defeats. Obviously, he's undefeated. Currently coming off of his second-round KO over Modesto Bukauskas back in November of 2023. Some fun facts. He's coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 6, where he's a winner KO round number 2 back in September of 2022. Yeah, you know who we're going for. You can say it. Go ahead. Vitor Petrino.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're going Lionheart.
I already said round 1. Vitor
Petrino.
Knockout.
Yeah.
Knockout.
Sorry, Anthony.
Now, the next fight. Before I do
brother.
any introductions on this next fight, I don't know about you, but I'm going with my heart fully on this next fight.
Really?
Fully.
Okay.
Fully. Because this guy who I'm about to name is a fucking legend of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that he's fighting in Brazil because I think that energy that we're going to see from my boy Aldo is going to be something crazy. And he's going to retire officially.
Yes, he is.
In Brazil.
Yep.
That is going to be a fucking moment.
After he wins.
after he wins.
Yes.
It's going to be a moment. I'm telling you now. I just, something tells me he's running in the crowd, bro. I feel it's going to be a nasty.
Kind of like he did when he won. He jumped in, ran out there.
In the crowd.
It's in Brazil. Why not?
My God.
Are you going to find the dude after he retires?
Okay, here we go.
Here it is.
Jonathan Martinez against the legend.
Yes.
Jose Aldo.
Yes. From USA, UFC's number 13th ranked bantamweight in the world, Jonathan Dragon Martinez is 29 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is freestyle. Martinez has a professional record of 19 victories with 4 defeats, 9 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission. He's currently on a 6-fight win streak. It's a little nervous right there because he's got good momentum going into this fight. Martinez has a UFC record of 10 victories with 3 defeats, currently coming off a round 2 TKO winner by leg kicks over Adrian Yanez back in October of 2023. That sucked because that was our guy that we were hoping for was going to be the dark horse and come on through. But when he lost to this, we're like, you lost. You lost because it hurt. Some fun facts. He's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt.
Oh, okay.
It's the only fun facts I got on that. So maybe, actually, you probably
Dude,
could.
He kind of looks like Brandon Royval.
He does a little bit. He has a little bit of that, like Brandon Raw Dog.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Just laugh. It's more fun. This is the Bantamweight 135 retirement fight, by the way. From Brazil, UFC's legendary and one of the greatest UFC featherweight champions in UFC history, Jose Aldo Jr. He's 36 years old, stands at 5'7", and his fighting style is jiu-jitsu. Didn't even know if it was jiu-jitsu. Why? Because you're about to hear some of the things I'm about to say about him, right? Jose has a professional record of 31 victories with 8 defeats, 17 wins by KO, 1 win by submission, and he's a jiu-jitsu practitioner. That's the only reason why I say it like that, right? 12 first-round finishes. Jose has a UFC record of 13 victories with 7 defeats, currently coming off of a decision loss to Merab Davishvili back in August of 2022. So he's had a little rest before his next fight.
Slow rest.
Fun facts is he fought in the WEC with 8 victories and 0 defeats. He's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. His previous job was he was a football player. Sorry for those. He's a soccer player for those, right? Some honorable mentions for Jose Aldo here. And this almost kind of goes in order of his fights and all these people that he fought. So when you hear this, kind of understand that this is all kind of in order. So we're going to go with Mark Hominick. Remember the Mark Hominick fight with the hematoma on his head? Yeah, remember that fight? Kenny K-Flow Florian. Go ahead, laugh. Chad Mendez. Wow. Frankie Edgar. Korean Zombie. Ricardo Lamas. Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
2015, just so you know. Max Blessed Holloway. Jeremy Stevens.
That was a good one.
Renato Moicano. Yeah. Alexander Volkanovski. Marlon Moraes. Peter Yan. Pedro Munoz. Rob 50K Font. And at the WEC, he fought Cub Swanson, Mike Brown, Uriah Faber, and Manny Gamburi.
Jesus.
Yeah. Please know those names.
Yeah, that's a resume. That is a resume.
List. Jeez. Man. And we are going with Jose Aldo Jr. for this fight. And I'm going to be a little sad when the fight is over because he's going to retire and put his gloves down in the cage. And I'm going to be clapping. I'm going to be happy for my guy. Yeah. Because great career, bro.
I just hope it goes well.
I just say, I hope you don't get knocked out. I threw it out in the world like that, but I just hope you win, bro. Like, let's do what you can.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. And then in the main event of the evening, we have the challenger, Steve Erceg, against the reigning, defending champion of the world, Alexander Pantoja.
Hey.
Bro, sign me up. I can fill in. I can do it.
You could.
I can fill in. That was so good.
That was clean.
I'm so proud of myself right now.
Yeah, you did it. You're good. We're going to start off with Steve Erceg because we want to leave the champ for last. From Australia, UFC's number 10th ranked flyweight in the world, Steve Astro Boy Erceg is 20 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is MMA. Steve has a professional record of 12 victories with 1 defeat, 1 win by KO, 6 wins by submission, and currently on an 11-fight win streak. Yeah. Erceg has a UFC record of 3 victories with 0 defeats. Currently coming off of a round 2 KO over Matt Schnell back in March of 2024.
Nasty.
Yeah. That's what gave him this shot, was that right there. Some fun facts: he's got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, so he's not afraid to go to the ground. He's a national wrestling gold medalist.
Ooh.
Yeah. Didn't know about that because you saw his hands, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, you're a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu and you're a champion in wrestling, like gold medalist. Oh, jeez. He is a Muay Thai state title champion. Yeah, he's got Muay Thai in his background also.
Okay.
Yeah. And his previous job was he was a martial arts instructor.
Okay.
His life is around fighting, bro. Let's just say it like that. He's got the resume.
Okay.
He's got the background of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little nervous.
Yeah.
A little nervous on that one. But from Brazil, UFC's reigning, defending flyweight champion of the world, Alexandre the Cannibal Pantoja. The champ is 33 years old, stands at 5'5", and his fighting style is MMA. The champ's professional record is 27 victories with 5 defeats, 8 wins by KO, 10 wins by submission, and 10 first round finishes. The champ has a UFC record of 11 victories with 3 defeats, currently coming off of a decision win over Brandon Raw Dog Royval. TKO strikes to say and still. Sorry, his decision win, my bad. And still, the UFC flyweight champion of the world back in December of 2023. Some fun facts: he's coming off of TUF 24, where he's on Team Cejudo. He unfortunately lost in the semis, but he does have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I'm pausing because of that right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'll be very honest, because when you mentioned the stats on Astro Boy,
this is why we do stats, guys. Here's why. This is why right here.
I've only been nervous
a couple of times
watching fights. I think the most nervous I've ever been for a fight was Conor against Khabib, because I knew what Khabib was going to bring. You knew his
arsenal. Yeah.
Right. And I was worried for that fight. I thought Conor needed one more before Khabib. I'm nervous for this fight because I know how good Pantoja is on the ground.
Yes.
I don't know how it's going to go with Erceg.
On the ground?
On the ground.
Okay.
Now, we've seen Erceg stand up. Very good. Pantoja, it's good, but I feel like he's going to be able to tear him apart on the ground.
Yeah.
But
he can't stand and bang with him.
That black belt against black belt, that could go either way.
And gold medalist in wrestling.
So I don't know where. Fuck, dude, this is a tough one. It's a tough one. But you know what? As you guys know, I'm loyal as fuck, and I'm going to back guys who I've always said I'm going to back. So I'm backing the champion, Pantoja. I think he gets it done. This will be a 5-rounder, though.
Yeah, I
don't think it's going. I think it's a 5-rounder. And remember, it's in Brazil.
It is. I am on your same page. I'm going to be going with the champion, the Cannibal, Alexandre Pantoja. Little disclaimer.
Hit me.
A little disclaimer, exactly what we just talked about, with how clean of a strike and how clean his hands are. Talking Erceg here. Makes me a little nervous because on Alexandre Pantoja's last fight, it looked a little awkward for some of his punches. They weren't as clean and as straight as Steve Erceg's. Now, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying comparatively, my mind right now is leaning towards Steve Erceg as far as the strikes. Right? It's just leaning that way. But I'm going to back the Cannibal just because he's a champion in Brazil. You get 30% better. Right.
We'll see.
You're in that state, and you never know. And Steve Erceg is number 10. I don't know if he's maybe faced that top 5 of echelon to where he knows how to handle it. Right. Because he might be in with somebody who's like, oh shit, this is a different level, and I don't know how to react. I don't know how to respond, and therefore that might be his downfall.
For me, it's going to be the ground game for both guys and how they go about it. If it's tight,
who can control the ground game?
Yeah. I think that's where it's going to be.
And I think that's what the Cannibal's going to do is he's going to find out that he's not really winning on the feet, and he's going to need to take it to the ground and most likely try to choke him out or subdue him for a little while. I'm just saying, kind of hold him for a little bit. Don't allow that hands to get up there and have that game be equal or even more towards Steve's side a little bit.
Well, it's only a couple days away.
Can't wait.
Yeah, excited.
All right.
Excited.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention before we close?
No.
No? You sure?
I'm officially a jiu-jitsu guy now, ladies and gentlemen. Officially a jiu-jitsu guy. Your boy got his first set of ringworm over the weekend. Never had that in my life. Now I am officially part of the gym because now I have to stay out of the gym in order to be able to put my anti-fungal stuff onto it.
So he's out for a little bit.
I'm out for a couple days, but
His first injury.
I'm in it. This is my third injury.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Fully in.
I've got 2 broken toes. I've had an AC joint sprain for 3 weeks. Yeah, and I actually just messed up my toe the other day too.
Since we're mentioning jiu-jitsu,
and I had a back rib that somebody slammed me doing a judo slam. I had 4. Sorry.
So now that we've mentioned that we're doing jiu-jitsu, guys, Cariss and I have fully agreed that we are going to be entering our first competition in jiu-jitsu this year.
We are.
We're working on some time frame. I think for myself, I'm looking in December.
Right.
Cariss,
I'm looking anywhere between summer and December.
Boom.
Depends on what's available, because my guys at 10th Planet have been talking about all the time, depending on what competition is coming up. There's going to be another one in San Diego before the end of the year. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of hoping that's closer to the end of the year.
Yeah.
That way I can get a little bit more reps in and everything and improve my game a little bit and not be as nervous going into competition.
Yeah.
And the fact that I need to go a little bit harder during my rolls instead of trying to be so nice to these guys sometimes.
Yeah. No, it's good.
I don't know how to say it except for that, right?
So we hope that if we do, when we get those dates, we're going to share that out with you guys. Definitely. And hope you guys come out. What we are going to do, we're going to have some additional gear with us.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody comes up, we giving out gear.
Yep.
Right?
Happen.
You come out to support your boys, we going to hook you all up with some fits. Mm-hmm. Could be a hat, could be a shirt. Who knows what it is? Mm-hmm. We're going to hook it up for the support, but we'll make sure we get you guys those dates. Yep. Other than that, nothing else?
I don't think I have any. Am I missing something?
I got nothing else. Okay. Unless Connor wants to bring me in the BKFC ownership, I'll wait for that contract. But with that being said, the MMA game is out.
See you in Brazil.